Hi, this is Alex Fernandez with Bud and Doug Walters Auto Sales in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Today I'll be doing a demonstration video on this 2017 Nissan Rogue SV all-wheel drive. We'll start by covering the touchscreen, which includes the radio, the navigation, our phone connection. We'll talk about the climate control. We'll talk about our heated seats, our steering wheel, our headlights, wipers, and a couple buttons that we have over to our left here. Beginning with the touchscreen, you'll notice there are a couple buttons along each side of the screen. On the left side here up at the top we have satellite radio, AM and FM, CD, and auxiliary. We just press each one of those buttons to switch to that source of audio. In this case we're on FM. These 6 slots here are for our presets. To set a station, we simply change the station using either the tuning dial or the tune button here. We're able to actually drag right across the screen there to whatever station we want. Once we have the station, we're able to push and hold. And you'll see now we see P1 up the top for preset 1. In order to change sound settings for the audio, simply press in the middle of the dial there, and you'll see bass, treble, fade, balance, speed sensitive volume, and auxiliary volume level. And I'll use the back button here to go back to the previous screen. Moving on, we have 2 buttons here that pertain to our navigation function in this car. We have navigation and we have map. The map button does exactly what it says it will. Simply opens a map view showing your current location. The navigation button opens the ability to plug in an address for your destination. We can also use points of interest if we'd like. To plug in an address, simply select street address. Make sure that the state is accurate to the one you'd like to go to. Choose your city. I'll use our address here at the dealership just as an example. You'll notice once I type in a couple letters, the car is going to give me some options that fit that. We'll plug in the house number, business number here, and then we'll type in our street. In this case, we're South Drake Road. Shows us that destination, and we can push start to begin that route, or we could push save if it was something that we wanted to keep for future use. Press that back button one more time here. Moving on to the phone, we have that off to the right there. There's no phone connected. If we press connect, you'll see we have the option to connect a new device. You could press that and open the Bluetooth settings on a compatible phone to begin that pairing process if you'd like to have the hands-free calling available. Going back, the last button on the left here is the camera button. This Nissan Rogue is equipped with not only a backup camera, but also a 360 bird's eye view camera and a front camera as well. You can use that to check your surroundings before parking or moving or anything like that. If we press that one more time, we get the front camera, but also a curbside view, and one more time to close that out. On the left side, we talked about the phone button. We also have an apps button, which contains Sirius XM traffic information, which you have to subscribe to Sirius XM to receive. Our voice commands, which we can use with not only our hands-free calling, but also navigation and audio and a couple other things. And the vehicle also has some apps that are compatible as well. Settings allow us to change anything pertaining to audio, the navigation, our phone, the actual screen and system itself. Over here we have a button to adjust the brightness levels of that screen. It's in auto mode right now, which will link up to the automatic headlights to adjust the brightness as necessary. We also have seek buttons there to change our radio stations or skip a track if we were listening to a CD. Down below we have our climate control, which is dual zone. You'll see driver's side control here, and passenger side on the right. Right now, these two zones are paired up, so when the driver changes the temperature, the passengers is changed as well. If they would like different temperatures, you can also press that dual button or just simply change the temperature by turning the dial, and they'll no longer be connected. To adjust the fan speed, use the toggle switch right there in the middle. We have your air conditioning, our recirculate modes here and here. We have auto mode in the middle, which allows you to set a temperature and it takes care of the rest. You have front defroster and rear defroster to the right. And then we have an on-off switch in the middle of the driver's temperature control dial and our mode button to tell the air where to go. Just beneath that, we do have a USB connection, a auxiliary connection, and a 12-volt power outlet. And this vehicle also has heated seats for driver and passenger, high and low settings for both. Looking at our steering wheel, on the right side we have cruise control, as well as the buttons for our hands-free calling. Cruise control on-off switch is here, and you'll see on the top of the screen a little indicator showing that it's been turned on. Once you're up to speed, you press set to set your speed. If you'd like to speed up, then you can press the plus sign. If you'd like to slow down, you can hit the minus sign. And if you need to slow down or cancel, you can press that cancel or tap the brakes. Just beneath the cruise control, we have our buttons to answer or hang up or decline a phone call, as well as our voice command button to give a voice command to place a call or give the car a different kind of command. On the left side of the wheel here, we have seek buttons, which will cycle through when we're listening to our audio. That'll cycle through your presets as you've got those set, or it would skip a track if we were listening to CD or Bluetooth. We have volume control here in the plus and minus. And we have a back button just like we did on the side there. This control pad with the up, down, left, right arrows controls the screen in the gauge cluster there. We're able to scroll through some different information by going up and down, and by going left and right we have some different kinds of information available as well, such as fuel economy, a compass display, audio information, what Nissan calls safety shield, which allows us to interact with the blind spot monitor and whether or not that's turned on. The blind spot monitor is just there on both driver and passenger sides, and that would illuminate orange when a vehicle is present in your blind spot. We also have tire pressures for all 4 tires available and a readout for the all-wheel drive system. Looking to our left, we have the windshield wipers here. To use those windshield wipers, simply move that stalk up once for a single swipe, or click down to go to intermittent, which is then adjustable here, and down further for low speed and high speed. Rear wipers interacted with this stalk right on the end here. Rotate for intermittent, and then high speed there. To use the sprays for the front, pull the stalk towards you, and spray for the rear, push the stalk away from you. On the left side stalk, we have our headlight controls, which are automatic. They'll come on at night as necessary, and during the day you'll have running lights so you're visible to other drivers. Looking to our left, we have the button to adjust the brightness of our gauges. We have our trip, which allows us to reset our trip odometers. There's A and B for those. Down below, we have the ability to turn off the traction control, which is on every time you start the car. We have the safety shield alert sounds. We have the powered lift gate to open and close that. A on-off switch for that powered lift gate. So if you want it to just be a manual powered or a manual lift gate, you can use that and turn that off. Down below we have a heated steering wheel. We have an all-wheel drive lock button, which locks in power being sent to all 4 wheels at the same time. We have a sport button and an eco button, depending on what your driving preferences are. On the door here we have mirror adjustments. We have window switches, window locks, door locks there. And down below you'll see we have the gas tank release and hood release, as well as the parking brake there. This vehicle is also equipped with a panoramic sunroof, which is controlled here using that switch. A single press back is actually going to open the shade, and 2 clicks back will take that shade all the way back and open the glass as well. If we click all the way forward, it'll close that glass back up for us. If we push straight up on that, we're able to tilt that glass open as well. Last couple buttons up here, we have our dome lights for driver and passenger, and then a switch to turn all the dome lights on in the car, and a switch to determine whether the dome lights will come on when a door is opened. Those are the primary features of this 2017 Nissan Rogue. If you have any questions, please refer to us at waltersautos.com, or feel free to call at 269-375-7008 to set up an appointment or ask any further questions. Thank you.